I haven't spoken to her. I did reach out to her a couple of times, but she never responded after she was let go.
I mean, were you surprised that Brittany and Jax decided to take a step back?
Was I surprised? What? They decided? Well, if you put it like that, yeah, I would have been really surprised.
Okay. So it was not up to them to step back then?
Well, it hasn't been picked up,
right?
So far.
Mm-hmm.
So, who makes the rules? It's not me. I mean, we talked about that whole diversity in that situation. Bravo, they, produce the show, even though I'm an executive producer on it. They make most of the decisions.
Yeah. And then lastly, have you talked to Stassi and Lala? I know Lala just had her baby. Have you talked to them?
I haven't. I was going to contact her this morning. She only just had a baby in the early hours of the morning.
Right.
But everybody was saying to me, have you spoken to Lala? I'm thinking, if I just had a baby, the last thing I'd want is everybody calling me. I'll probably speak to Randall this morning, but it's only been a few hours. I think let mommy and baby just rest a little bit.
Definitely. I totally agree with you. The last thing you want when you have a new baby is a million people calling. And
oh God, she's actually on Overserved. She is on Overserved. So you're going to see her because I'm very close to them. I adore them.
Mm-hmm. And how about Stassi? Have you spoken to her at all?
I haven't spoken to her. I did reach out to her a couple of times, but she never responded after she was let go, and that's her choice,
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay.
But I know a lot of fans are looking forward to the next season of Vanderpump. I mean, do you have any update on when we can hopefully resume filming again? And then, obviously there's been a lot of chatter about diversity on the show, and what can we expect in next season in terms of, maybe the cast, because there have been a lot of shakeups.
Well, yeah, there have, but the people that were let go weren't really working for me anyway.
Correct. Yes.
They'd kind of moved on, even though they were still very much part of the camp, because they were all involved. Jax would work sometimes, but, Stassi and Kristen hadn't worked for me for a couple of years, I have a lot of diverse people working for me anyway. Whether they want to be on the show or not, is up to them. That's always been the way. I mean, there's been a lot of people in the background, diverse people in the background that haven't necessarily wanted to come forward, but we're always looking for great characters. And my company is like the United Nations, which is what makes it fun, which is what Hollywood is as well. So of course it will reflect that. But yeah, there will definitely be new characters. Mm-hmm. If it comes back, they haven't announced it yet, but I need to get my restaurant up and running and see where the storylines go, because even though there were a lot of diverse people working for me, and you saw people like Richardson and Jen Bush and a lot of different people coming in and out, this was about a group of 6 people that have been together for years. So that's how the premise of the show started. But yeah, now it's in the restaurant. There's always a lot of great people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could film there every night. There's stories going on every night, because that's what anybody that works in a restaurant in Hollywood knows that, it's and there's a lot of the original cast that are still attached to it.